Roll call.
Adequate notice of this meeting was provided in accordance with Chapter 231, Public Law 1975, Senator Byron and Bear, Open Publics Meeting Act.
All right, can we have a moment of silence? We're going to salute the flag. If everyone could please stand, and then the Commissioner Pearson will lead the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And now the roll, please.
Commissioner Pearson?
Present.
Commissioner Musso?
Here.
Commissioner Capizola? Excused. Commissioner Soleo?
Here.
Commissioner Lodes?
Here.
Deputy Director Romero? Excused. Director Albrecht?
Here. Before we start, if Mayor Rossman would like to come on up, and thank you for having us here.
First of all, Commissioners and County, thank you all for choosing us to come down here and meet here in our township. And most of all, thank all of you for coming down here to Downe Township for this meeting. Enjoy your time here, watch the storm. And remember, this is not a contact sport.
Okay.
Do I have a motion and second to accept and dispense with the reading of the minutes from the last public meeting?
So moved.
Second.
Voice vote?
All in favor?
Aye.
You want to read the correspondence?
In an email dated June 12, 2023, the Monmouth County Board of County Commissioners informed the Cumberland County Board of County Commissioners of Resolution 2023-0463, adopted at a formal meeting held on June 8, 2023, declaring September 11, 2023 as a county holiday in the County of Monmouth. In a letter dated June 9, 2023, Mercer County Board of County Commissioners informed the Cumberland County Board of County Commissioners of Resolution 2023-446, adopted at formal meeting held on June 8, 2023, recognizing June 2023 as Lesbian, Gay, Bisexual, Transgender, and Queer Pride Month in Mercer County. In an email dated June 22, 2023, Matt Sestrich of the New Jersey Economic Development Authority responded to a request for information regarding Wonderlanded Production Incorporated.
Mr. Johnson, can you just elaborate on the answer to that? Because you did send an answer to that request.
The answer did, in fact, say that we had reached out to them, and it did say that in February of 2022, at an NJED board meeting, Wonderland Production was approved for a film tax credit program award of $24.1 million for the estimated production, or the estimate production of $67 million for a project entitled Wonderland. It was to be an 8-episode series, which was a reimage of the story of Alice of Wonderland. To this point, no tax credits have been claimed. There are several statutory deadlines that would have to be met to receive the credits. Those deadlines are passing, and for the record, on tomorrow night's CCIA schedule agenda, there is from which the tax credits would have been received, which I believe in all probability will end the ability to use those tax credits in any way upon the consummation of that sale.
And the reason why this letter is written was response for a question from someone that posed in the audience. Okay.
So there was a individual who questioned that, and we wrote to the EDA, and that was the response that we received, that no such tax credits have been claimed in any way whatsoever.
All right, the next part is that we have had a contest, a photography contest, that we are going to present the winners. We're going to read off their names. If they're here, please come on up. As we're doing this in the background, the pictures that they took are being played over and over again, so we'd like to take a chance to look at some of the work of that has been done. Pretty special. Is there where the pictures are going to be hanging? Are they going to be in the 4-H building, or are they going to be elsewhere? What's that? The web page. So okay. What's that? You want to read it all?
Can you read them all?
Yeah, read the names.
Melissa Becker,
Melissa here.
they're in order.
Okay.
Jessica Albert, Kevin Maloney,
Jessica's here. Jessica, come on down. Actually, you want to come over here so you want to say anything? No, that's all right. This basically, I'll read the first one. So this is for Jessica Albert. Thank you. Appreciate it. In honor and recognition of being selected as one of 2023 Cumberland County Photography Contest winners, your outstanding photograph is admired and appreciated. Thank you for capturing the beauty of the county. So, appreciate it. Thank you. Next. Thank you.
Kevin Maloney,
Kevin Maloney.
Kevin Maloney, Paul Ritter, Lillian Nelson, Cheryl Riddick. This is Cheryl Riddick.
This is great. Congratulations. All right. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Joyce Boyd,
This boy is here.
Take a picture of that.
Kim Seabock,
And this is my biggest supporter on
Thank you.
Facebook, right here.
Diana Russell, Donald Josephson.
From my dad. From my dad. That's your dad. Smart dad. So. So once we're being promoted throughout the county, we continue to do stuff like this. So.
David Mitchell. David Mitchell. Scott Morgan. Larry Van Meter. Stephanie Wanna. Did I say that right?
that has her another name, Key. That's what we were given.
Yeah.
Okay, just checking.
Breslin Hicks. Melissa Becker. Jessica Albert. Okay, they
We
got
did
you.
them.
Okay. All right, thank you.
Use your pictures are under pressure now because of all the photography is going.
Set the bar high.
That's right.
All right,
Do I have a motion and second to open public comment?
So moved. I'll second.
Voice vote?
all in favor? If anyone has any comments, you have 5 minutes. State your name and where you're from.
On the resolutions, right?
On the resolutions.
Good evening, I'm Nancy Ridgway from Upper Deerfield and Fairfield Townships. I'm going to start with a different one. I'm Nancy Ridgway from Upper Deerfield and Fairfield Townships.
Hold on, there's a little bit.
Yeah, this way today. Yeah.
So I want to make sure you can hear me.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night, everybody. Stay dry.
I think it's going to go to bed.
All right, yeah.
Well, you know how to clear a room.
I know, I get a compliment, you know? Wow.
That's right.
Or was that me?
It was you, the one at the mic.
On Resolution 2023-448, it's a resolution reappointing John Carr as County Council. I thank you for this resolution. I'm glad to have Mr. Carr back with us for another 3 years, I believe it is.
Call EMS.
Now, don't break your arm. The only thing is, I want to make sure that we're going to grandfather in the resolution for him to waive the residency.
Are you moving to Cumberland County?
I wish he
We have a
would.
farm in Cumberland County.
You have a farm?
But my wife and I don't, my ex-wife and I don't live together.
All right.
There you go, now you got it.
Sorry about that. Sorry about that, Mr. Carr. Chief Johnson, so in the draft, we have to waive, okay.
Well, he's my neighbor, so I have to support him.
So you're all hanging together, all right.
Yeah, we hang together. Have a couple of attaboys. I'm so proud of you. You've really done a great job. I'm so glad to see these two resolutions this evening. We have a resolution,
Where's the punchline?
And now, come on, Mr.
yeah, we got some punchlines here. We have a resolution 2023-423, a resolution in support of passage of legislation S-330 to restore energy tax receipts to the municipalities. I'm so glad that you are taking this to the state. It has really hurt the state. Taking this money away from the municipalities has really hurt the tax burden. So I'm really proud of you for doing this. I'm really happy to see that I go to my township, I come to you, and it's your job to go to the state's supposed to go to Washington. The government is working the way it's supposed to be working.
Thank you.
And then we have Resolution 2023-439, a resolution in support of passage of legislation S-3906 that would provide property tax relief to all towns and counties within New Jersey allocated from the New Jersey Debt Defeats and Prevention Fund. Now, I really like this, that the county might be getting $21,573,660. I know we could use this money to bring our finances up a little bit and get rid of some outstanding bills. The only thing that I don't particularly like about this, and you can take it to them, is the fact that, where is it? Give me a minute. Whereas the introduced legislation S-330 will be restored over a 5-year period. I don't think we should have to wait 5 years. I think it should be done immediately. Okay? It's our money. It should come back to the taxpayers. So I thank you for doing it. Attaboy, I'm so proud of you.
Yeah, my health, come on.
What?
But that's a response, no, I appreciate it, thank you. And
You don't get this very often, a compliment from me.
I know, I'm shocked, but I
It's gonna
appreciate that. So. But this is a response from the townships. A lot of this is pushed up to us, asking us to support certain things, which Ms. Ridgway is absolutely correct. This is the way it's supposed to work. That things we may miss, we don't, because we're being told or called, and it's explained to us why it's important to support this stuff, and the idea is to make us better. So So this is a response, and this is government in action. And it's not just a letter, it's following up also with the verbally and phone calls for the support, to give them support that our people are behind it, so they can feel confident. I'm talking about our state officials. So thank you again, Mr. Ridgway, for pointing that out. And anyone else?
Dean Hawk, Upper Deerfield. Your resolution 420 is the authorizing the notice of non-renewal and termination of the agreement with the CCIA. I heard somebody mention last week about the fact that we wanted to save the 5%, that whatever we do with them, there has to be more to it. What are the other reasons for it happening?
Well, we
Please. I know they're not the easiest to work with.
Yeah, there's some things that we can't say, but we're litigation, and it's not to save it 5%. It's that there are project managers, and they also contract out, and we feel that the county should have more control over that. That we could go out, and they may be the best deal, but we would like them to bid on it just like anybody else. It should be explored, so that if they're giving us the best deal, fantastic. And maybe it should be split up, that there's a project manager that doesn't have at stake how much the project costs. They have an incentive to make it as inexpensive or most reasonable to the taxpayer, so they don't control both sides. Or if they're building, they're not the project manager. So in order to do that, we have to rescind this agreement. I'll just have to add this to it, that we found in our research that the original agreement was 5 years, which would be this date coming up, but we found out it was renewed in 2021 for another 5 years. So we don't know what to do. We're going to do this action today, because I'll say that I was on the board. I don't remember this being, but I guess we voted on it. But I just think we should have more freedom to choose who represents the county in our projects.
So I think you should have more say in it also.
You said it better.
One of the commissioners should be on it, I think. I mean, there's going to be like a little club out there, and if you go through the meetings, you can see exactly how that is.
Well, that's the idea, Mr. Hawk. It's the idea that, like you said, we should have much more of a say into how we build the projects that we get involved in, not just a choice from the authority. Now, not to say the authority, like the director said, is that not necessarily a good choice. It may not be a bad choice. It may be the right choice. Since we're a new organization up here within the last 6 months, we want to investigate all our avenues, because we want to make sure we make the right decisions. And I think that's all really at this point in time we could discuss, because there are some other things that we found during our reign here in the last 6 months, was that there are some things that we need to investigate, and it may end up being in a lawful situation, let's put it that way.
And you've asked that question, and you know that we're doing other things, and you asked us, well, we tell you, we will tell you, and I've done that every time when we come forward, so. And it is public information right now.
I'm not saying it was recently, but in a couple of years past, a couple of their suppliers were severely punished for playing with the numbers. I know it.
You do whatever you
It was. Sorry.
Mr. Hawk,
I went to the meetings.
It's almost like this bottle here, most of the things we are transparent, but this little portion here with the label, we just can't really release right now.
Yeah.
That's the problem. So.
Yeah. Also, you see a lot of Resolution 431. There's a lot of legal wrangling going on. This particular one, matter of Brown Clark versus Charles Warren. Am I correct? Charles Warren was the
warden.
The warden?
Yeah.
Is he being sued, or is just his name is there because he was the warden?
I'm going to let our solicitor.
The latter.
Yeah.
Okay.
as a ward.
Okay, because every month we see something there. I was wondering, well, how the poor guy stayed out of jail.
He's the first defendant listed, so his
Is that
name
what it is?
shows up all the time.
All right, thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Hi, Danielle Carroll from Vineland, City of Vineland. I just want to thank you all for taking the time to support the moratorium on the sonar testing and the wind turbine mapping to go with the state looking for a moratorium. I'm very pleased and so happy that you took it into consideration and are passing this resolution. Just wanted to say that.
And another
Thank
whale
you.
just came up, I'm sure, in Long Island today.
I know, yet another one, and we'll see what happens.
If people, I hope people know what's going on, that there's a movement afoot to slow down the wind turbines in the ocean floor because their sonar testing has caused, may have caused, whales or dolphins to wash up. And we're just saying, just pause. We're jumping in to say, let's pause and see if this is the reason to look at. If there was any other if there was any other cause besides this thing would have stopped by the first map would have washed up, would have been stopped. So this is just, we should be doing the same thing across the board. And this does have ramifications in the county because the solar fields do potential for our shipbuilding in the county. So it's not that we don't have a stake in it. We actually do have a stake in it to see how it comes out. So thank you. Anyone else? Just state your name and the 5 minutes.
Joey Prella, City of Vineland. And actually my comments are also in relation to Resolution 2023-445, the moratorium on sonar testing. And I'm actually speaking to urge the Commission to not support this resolution. I understand that there may have been some concerns that sonar testing could be in relation to some of the marine mammal deaths off the coast of New Jersey and up along the eastern seaboard. Unfortunately, this technology has been used for 40 or 50 years now, not just for seafloor mapping for wind farms, but also for seafloor mapping for oil and gas reservoirs. So if this had been a problem, it would have been something that would have showed up 40 or 50 years ago when we first started using this technology to map the seafloor looking for gas and oil deposits. That did not happen. There are many of other issues that could have related to the deaths of these animals that this resolution doesn't even attempt to try and solve. If we're asking to pause any activity that may be harmful to this marine life, why are we also then not looking to pause recreational boating? Why are we not looking to pause commercial fishing off the coast of New Jersey? Why are we not looking to stop mining or drilling for natural gas and oil off the coast of New Jersey? It seems odd to me that this is the only issue that the resolution focuses on when the resolution admits itself that there may be other causes for why these animals are dying. I think it's important that we not get lost in any rhetoric here or bad science, allow some more data to come out, and when we have that data, then put together a resolution or statement to address this cause. Thank you.
You're welcome. Anyone else? See nobody. Can I have a motion to close the public portion?
So moved. Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
When voting on resolutions, all matters listed under the consent agenda are considered to be routine in nature and having been reviewed by the Board of County Commissioners will be enacted by one motion. Any item may be removed from the consent agenda at the request of any commissioner board member, and if so removed, will be treated as a separate matter. Any items requiring expenditure are supported by a certification of availability of funds. Do I have a motion and second to vote by consent agenda on resolutions 2023-393 through 2023-454?
So moved.
Second.
Commissioner Pearson?
Yes.
Commissioner Musso?
Yes, but I'm going to abstain to resolution 2023420.
Oh, excuse me, I thought you were voting on lumping them together.
Yeah, that's what
We
we
are.
are doing. So.
Okay,
Okay.
but that's my,
Commissioner Saleo?
Yes.
Commissioner Lo. Do I have a motion and second to accept Resolution 2023, resolution awarding contract for supplying and delivering paper goods and miscellaneous janitorial items to the Cumberland County, bid number 23-17. Do I have a motion and second?
You're a 455 right now, right?
Yes. 455.
455.
Okay, there we go, thank you.
We're starting the
moved.
regular.
Second.
So moved.
Okay,
Commissioner Pearson?
yes.
Commissioner Musso?
yes.
Commissioner Saleo?
Yes.
Commissioner Lodes?
Yes.
Director Albrecht?
Yes.
Resolution 2023-456, resolution authorizing the award of a non-fair and open contract for providing life, accidental death, and disability insurance for the County of Cumberland as allowed per NJSA 40A:11-5-1M. Do I have a motion and second?
So moved.
Second.
Commissioner Pearson?
Yes.
Commissioner Musso?
Yes.
Commissioner Saleo?
Yes.
Commissioner Lodes?
Yes.
Director Albrecht?
Yes.
Resolution 2023-457, resolution declaring 2005 Dodge Durango four-wheel drive, VIN number 1D4HB38N15F59384474, as surplus and unneeded property and authorizing transfer to Deerfield Township for $200. Do I have a motion and second?
So moved.
Second.
Commissioner Pearson?
Yes.
Commissioner Musso?
Yes.
Commissioner Saleo?
Yes.
Commissioner Lodes?
Yes.
Director Albrecht?
Yes, I'm going to make a comment that we were approached by Deerfield Township who was looking at buying a $40,000 or $50,000 vehicle to run 14 animals a year. That's it. They needed a rescue vehicle and animals, and they approached us about helping them, and it's actually again a good thing that we could work with Deerfield to do this. Deerfield Township.
Resolution 2023-458, resolution declaring 2016 Chevy Impala, VIN number 2G1WA5E3XG1136098, asset number 8699 as surplus and unneeded property and authorizing transfer of title to Lawrence Township for $100. Do I have a motion and second?
So moved.
Second.
Commissioner Pearson?
Yes.
Commissioner Musso?
Yes.
Commissioner Saleo?
Yes.
Commissioner Lodes?
Yes.
Director Albrecht?
Yes, and I'll make a comment on this too, that this took almost 2 to 3 years. This is, the organization is going to get this with Lawrence Township's help, is a volunteer organization that comes out, is called to duty and by the state police, by various police departments in the county, and relieves our people so they could do their regular shift work. It's they volunteer their equipment, their time, and we think that this organization, the fire police, will actually is an asset to this county, is used regularly, and I'm really happy after all this time we're finally able to help them. We do monetarily help them a little bit, but this really helps them to be able to get to the calls and actually keep safe, because it has a light package on there while they're stopping traffic or redirecting traffic and they don't get hurt. So, thanks.
Resolution 2023-459, resolution declaring 2018 Ford Fusion, asset number 8818, and 2015 Chevy Impala, asset number 8615, as surplus and unneeded property, and authorizing the transfer of title to the City of Bridgeton for the Police Department for $100 each. Do I have a motion and second?
So moved. Second.
Commissioner Pearson?
Yes.
Commissioner Musso?
Yes.
Commissioner Saleo?
Yes.
Commissioner Lodes?
Yes.
Director Albrecht?
Yes.
Resolution 2023-460, resolution authorizing participation in the New Jersey state-approved cooperative contract number
Could hold up to save us some money in the long run. Right now, most of our inmates are in Hudson County. We would like to pull more and more police back to our jail to save us some money, because that's where our people are working. And in order to do that, we have to paint, fix doors, the basic stuff that we take for granted when you do maintenance, and there's a little or no maintenance was done, and now we're backtracking, and this is a result of that. So, thank you.
Resolution number 2023-462, resolution authorizing a shared service agreement with the Millville Housing Authority concerning public safety communications infrastructure located at J.C. Plaza. Do I have a motion and second?
So moved.
Second.
Commissioner Pearson?
Yes.
Commissioner Musso?
Yes.
Commissioner Saleo?
Yes.
Commissioner Lodes?
Yes.
Director Albrecht?
Yes.
Resolution 2023-463, resolution authorizing purchase from New Jersey state contract vendor for 2020 in accordance with various state contracts. Do I have a motion and second?
So moved.
Second.
Commissioner Pearson?
Yes.
Commissioner Musso?
Yes.
Commissioner Saleo?
Yes.
Commissioner Lodes?
Yes.
Director Albrecht?
Yes, and another comment that this is well overdue. Our officers are driving all the way to Hudson County, and our vehicles are taking a beating, and it's been a year since we've replaced some of them. So this is high time, and hopefully we get on a cycle after this that allow us to change out like a normal procedure. So, yes.
Resolution 2023-464, resolution authorizing purchase from New Jersey state contract vendor for 2023 Chevrolet Tahoe Police Patrol Package 4x4 for the Sheriff's Office. Do I have a motion and second?
So moved. Second.
Commissioner Pearson?
Yes.
Commissioner Musso?
Yes.
Commissioner Saleo?
Yes.
Commissioner Lodes?
Yes.
Director Albrecht?
Yes.
Resolution 2023-465, resolution approving budget amendment CY 2023 SNAP ARPA for $103,308. Do I have a motion and second?
So moved. Second.
Commissioner Pearson?
Yes.
Commissioner Musso?
Yes.
Commissioner Saleo?
Yes.
Commissioner Lodes?
Yes.
Director Albrecht?
Yes.
Resolution 2023-466, resolution amending Resolution 2022-609 entitled Resolution Authorizing Submission to the State of New Jersey Department of Law and Public Safety for Automated License Plate Reader Initiative Program. Do I have a motion and second?
So moved.
Second.
Commissioner Pearson?
Yes.
Commissioner Musso?
Yes.
Commissioner Saleo?
Yes.
Commissioner Lodes?
Yes.
Director Albrecht?
Yes.
I'd like to say one thing. I think I just read an article not too long ago about license plate reader helping us apprehend a particular, recently.
I'm not sure what case you're speaking of. License plate readers do help us in criminal investigations, and they can also help in missing persons investigations.
Missing persons.
With respect to this resolution, we're receiving $402,039, and we were the second highest award in the state, and it's for the benefit of all the municipalities.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Resolution 2023-467, resolution amending Resolution 2023-387, authorizing settlement in the matter of Brooks Disciplinary Appeal, Superior Court of New Jersey, Appellate Division, docket number A 001928-21T1. Do I have a motion and second?
So moved.
Second.
Commissioner Pearson?
Yes.
Commissioner Musso?
Yes.
Commissioner Saleo?
Yes.
Commissioner Lodes?
Yes.
Director Albrecht?
Yes.
Resolution 2023-468, resolution authorizing extension of shared services agreement with Ocean County for a juvenile commitment program. Do I have a motion and second?
So moved. Second.
Commissioner Pearson?
Yes.
Commissioner Musso?
Yes.
Commissioner Saleo?
Yes.
Commissioner Lodes?
Yes.
Director Albrecht?
Yes.
Resolution 2023-469, resolution authorizing agreement with Essex County for the provision of juvenile housing. Do I have a motion and second?
So moved.
Second.
Commissioner Pearson?
Abstain.
Commissioner Musso?
Yes.
Commissioner Saleo?
Yes.
Commissioner Lodes?
Yes.
Director Albright.
Yes.
Resolution 2023-470, resolution authorizing agreement with Middlesex County for the provision of juvenile housing. Do I have a motion and second?
So moved.
Second?
Commissioner Pearson?
Yes.
Commissioner Musso?
Yes.
Commissioner Saleo?
Yes.
Commissioner Lodes?
Yes.
Director Albright.
Yes.
Resolution 2023-471, resolution rescinding Resolution 2023-196, rescinding the award of a contract for 2021 TTF Road Program, City of Millville, Cumberland County, New Jersey, bid number 22-49, and authorizing the resubmission of bid number 22-49. Do I have a motion and second?
So moved.
Second.
Commissioner Pearson?
Yes.
Commissioner Musso?
Yes.
Commissioner Saleo?
Yes.
Commissioner Lodes?
Yes.
Director Albright.
Yes. I guess for the treasurer's report.
Okay. We began the month of May with a balance of $22,141,201.59. Cash receipts, $35,185,100.31. Disbursements, $13,415,106.13. And we ended the month of May with a balance of $43,911,195.77. Attached to the treasurer's report is a list of itemized investments, which have a grand total of $58,957,394.31. And then the county clerk's office has two certificates of deposit for $200,000. I do want to make mention that this is the first month that we've had a budget report for the year to your treasurer's report. It's a summary version because if I were to print the detail, this would be the size of the agenda packets. I might be joking. I'm not. I might be exaggerating a little bit. But if you guys have any questions. All right, yeah, I'm taking over the meeting. But if you guys have any questions on any of the comparisons between budget and what's actually been expended up till the end of May, just reach out to me with any questions. Same thing for any members of the public. I can guarantee you I don't remember all of the questions that you may have and how to answer them off the top of my head, but I'd be happy to follow up with anybody if they had anything come up. So the motion is second. You can accept the treasurer's report as read and presented.
Mr. Ridgway, we're still in good financial shape, or at least.
Sorry, I had to look at the exit for a second. Yes.
Sorry.
Mr. Ridgway, are we in good financial shape?
Oh,
Mr. Ridgway. No, I asked Mr. Ridgway.
No, she's ready to answer now.
Mr. Ridgway already said. Now it's Mr. Ridgway.
Thank you, Mr. Ridgway.
So we have good
Do we have a
financial
motion and
condition right
as
now?
of right now, yes.
Okay. We're working on it. 6 months. We got 6 months to go to get it.
Yeah, once we get to November, it may change, but.
May change, thanks.
So we need a motion and a
Motion
second.
and
We
second.
need a,
So moved.
Second.
we accept it all together?
Yes.
All in favor?
Do I have a motion and second for authorizing payment of all salaries and wages?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Voice vote?
All in favor?
Aye.
So you may, at this point, want to consider appointing someone to run your meeting, your next meeting, if you have a problem
We-
with yourself.
Okay, we have a member on vacation, and the next meeting I will not be here. My son's going to school, so I'll be going up there. So we need someone the director and deputy director will be out. So if we could ask, I would like our senior on the majority side to handle the meeting, which would be Commissioner Celio. I would ask your support for that. He would run the meeting in my absence, and also Tony Ribero's absence.
So you need a motion and a second.
Do I have a motion and a second?
So moved. I'll second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
All right. Before we start the public comment, there's just want to make as people would know, that we just received our grant, the 24 for our middle mile project, the 24 million point one was given to us. A lot of hard work went into to get it. I think when we out of 350 municipalities around the country and states and counties that applied for it, we were one of the finalists. I think there was 9 altogether. I want to say this, that and I promise this, that the commission will be the first to hear details, because in the form it is now, the last 3-4 months, we've been kind of going around doing our due diligence on this, because maybe we would get it. And we questioned a lot of stuff, and it's been, the staff has been involved with that. And I am very, we have still a lot more questions to ask. And I just want to say that we're very skeptical how it's written. I brought the book, how it's written, if it can work. And not that we don't, because I am psyched that we got it. So, it could set this county 20 to 30 years ahead, or at least make us equal with many other counties in the state, communication-wise. But we're going to do it right. And this commission is going to be the one hearing from the people we call forward, and we're going to propose something. We're going to probably have something we're going to propose how we think it should be. And I hope the commissioners would, when we get done, and it won't be a lot of time because we have 30 days to accept it or not to accept it, but I hope we could discuss it and figure out what's the best way to go and move forward. And then after this commission talks and discusses it and figures out this is the way to go, or adds their ideas to it, that we will have a public meeting with anyone, and it'll be on the TV.
Access internet service. Am I correct?
That's what, fiber optic throughout the
I
county.
am so happy to hear that, because right now I'm trying to get the internet, because I want to read a flyer from one of the department heads, and it's telling me no network connection. So, so I hope we'll be able to move forward.
As we sit in this township,
And no aspersions on anyone.
as we sit in this township, everybody knows there are areas in this county you cannot get cellular service. This, hopefully, the worst case scenario is we develop it, that we'll have cellular service everywhere in this county. That I hope is between breaking even and having that of anything would be my hope that we could achieve. And we can, I think everybody in this room probably be pretty happy, but if it gets above that, it does even more than it's promised, I'll be ecstatic. So yeah, Commissioner Pearson, I hope that's exactly, and as a person that drives through all over the county and gets cut off every time I talk to these individuals, it would be a godsend for that. And also, this is not just Cumberland, this is Cumberland and Salem. We're working together to do this. They have as many areas as us that do not have service, or do not have good internet, do not have fast fiber optic broadband. So they're just as interested as us, and they're just as skeptical as us. And a healthy skepticism will hopefully make this, will push this forward and make it work well. So you see, I'm hedging my bets a lot, so just to kind of let you know that. So
There's a lot of exploratory things that still need to be investigated, along with, it's okay to buy a new car, for $25 million. But you got to maintain that car. You need new tires, new brakes, and the maintenance end of things, too, need to be taken a look at, too, with the cost of the county. And both counties.
both counties. And actually, it's a $34 million project, so God bless you. So it's just their funds, it's our funds and sales funds. Well, we'll go on and then we'll come back to commission reports. So does anybody, we'll open to the public comment period
Do I
again.
motion and second?
Can I have a motion or a second on new business?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right. Anyone have any comments at all on general, anything they want to throw? I'm kind of thrilled to be down in Downe Township. We've been taking this on the road, and this is the next, and state your name. And, yeah, I know. Everyone else has to.
Sandy Acevedo, Upper Deerfield Township. On the bill list, there's a $12,000 payment for the Cumberland County Technical Education contract payment. What is that for?
Does it say OJT on it?
I can't, it's so tiny, I can't make out what is that.
Places to house our detainees, juvenile or adult. In addition to that, we need to be thinking about regional facilities, because when you send juveniles to places like Ocean, Middlesex, and Essex, they don't have the connections to their families. And the reality is that most of them will be coming home. And it's an expense to the county, number one, to transport juveniles or adults back and forth to court. And it's also an expense to transport parents up to the juvenile facilities to see their kids, because it's a right that they have. And when we closed our detention center and saved $12 million as a result thereof, it was one of the big issues that we discussed. So as we send our juveniles further and further away, it's a greater expense to us. And
The difference in the jail.
right. And if we talk, if there is some state legislation in this area, we don't become orphans or at the mercy of counties saying they don't want to take our inmates because they don't like the type of crime that we have. So that's an issue for discussion as well. So I just wanted to get that on your radar.
Is there a good crime to take too?
No, but as a poor county, which sometimes has more violent crime or chronic crime as a result thereof, I have heard that in discussions about the types of crimes that we face here in Cumberland County. So I just wanted to get that on everyone's radar. Thank you.
As you know, I mean, we're involved with discussion of the jail and what we're doing with it, and that comes out all the time. You know, that how we send our people, or that I don't want this commission. We don't want to be stuck in the future that we're searching down the road. We want a permanent solution to our problem. And that's what we're working on.
So that's one factor to consider. And I have lobbied our state senator as well as Assemblyman McClellan on this issue, because all counties that have closed their detention centers or jails face this issue. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good evening. Chuck Albino, Director for the Department of Corrections. First, I'll start by saying everything that she said, yes. The prosecutor couldn't be more correct. Being the person tasked with overseeing juvenile services, I can't tell you what a problem it's becoming finding places to house them. Believe me, we're not choosing Ocean and Essex and Middlesex because they're convenient counties. We even have bed space. There's bed space in Camden County, but like most law enforcement agencies, they're having trouble with staffing. So they're just not taking. They have bed space, but they say not the staff to take them. So, and that only touched on one of the problems. I'm having a great deal of difficulty now that we have bed space there. We have very limited number of juvenile staff, and it's becoming very difficult to stretch them, making these runs quite frequently in the middle of the night. So it's something that I certainly would welcome partnering with the prosecutor to see if we can't work together on. That Warden Eugene Caldwell is who served the county since October of 21 on a shared service agreement with his duties from Gloucester. His shared service agreement is expiring on June 30th. So this is his last week with us. He spent the last 6 months kind of helping me get acclimated to the county. I came on board the end of January, and I wanted to just publicly thank him for his service to the county. I think it merits acknowledgement here. He took the county through some transitions. He came on board. If I read the articles, when he came on board with one task where the county was contemplating not closing the jail completely, but taking it down to a transition, and then we kind of reversed course. So he had a kind of a challenging time to shepherd us through. So I just wanted to thank him for his dedication to that. And on a personal level, I just wanted to thank him for the support he gave me. He gave me that opportunity to get adjusted to the county and the county jail. Most of my experience was in the state correctional system. And even though there's 90% of what I do is directly related to what I did in the state prison system, there are some nuances, and he helped me have that time, gave me that cushion of time. And along those lines, just to say, we have the position for the warden's replacement posted through the end of the week. So hopefully we'll be transitioning to a new warden who will help me This county deserves a full-time warden, and I'm so happy that we're moving in that direction. So I just wanted to express that thanks to the warden publicly.
Does anyone like to make a comment, or? I'll just echo the sentiments. It was a real tough time we really were stuck, and when Warden came on in, it was actually it stabilized things. It got us through a very tough period of time, which we were really, if he did pick up the ball, we were really been stuck. And he did come in, knew what to do, stabilize it, got our people through. So I do appreciate that. He did exactly what he was asked to do, and we wish him luck. So for the future, what he's up, he may retire or he's going to stay in Gloucester. I have no idea. So, but it was very timely when he came upon this county. We needed him. So, thank you. Anyone else? Oh, Mr. Ridgway.
Good evening again. I'm Nancy Ridgway from Upper Deerfield and Fairfield Townships. You talked about broadband and the grant money. CCIA has been looking
for over how many, and generalities is what we've always got. We need the specifics, and that's what we're going to strive to do, to get the specifics.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. And we're talking tonight about transparency. And I believe it was a year or quite a few months ago that the CCIA received like over $100,000 from us, the county, to do a park study. And we haven't heard anything about the study. And I keep hearing things about the park. And last week I heard we're going to have a campground. The Board of Health said there's no campgrounds in the county. But a few months ago you said that there was a campground next to the lighthouse that you might be interested in taking over. So I wonder where the county was on that. And then I read in the newspaper a request for proposal to conduct a preliminary assessment for Mid-County Park Block 3, Lots 8 and 53, to construct a 5.2-mile permanent trail system. And we haven't gotten a report from the study of a park system and what that would mean for the county, how much it might cost the county, or anything. But this was a legal ad in the newspaper, and we're moving forward with...
The environmental assessment is a component of a New Jersey DEP grant, which was secured prior to the master plan moving forward for the development of trail system on the 2 parcels which the county owns on the west side of Marias. And that funding needs to, we need to move forward on that project. And the first step of that is an environmental assessment, which will help inform the master plan as well as move the project for the trail development forward.
You're speaking about the fairgrounds.
It's the fairgrounds property, but the parcel on the opposite side of Marias, correct. So and we did communicate with the Improvement Authority. That master plan process is being administered by them. That is, the master plan has not been completed, but if the environmental assessment is completed prior to the master plan being formalized, we can incorporate the findings of the assessment into the planning document. And if the planning document is completed prior to the completion of the environmental assessment, we can have the trail development be informed by the findings of the master plan. They're complementary, but we need to move forward in order to meet the the timeline for the DEP grant. We don't want to lose those funds. So that's where we are with that.
They were behind reporting those, right? It was a couple months, 6 months, 5 months.
So yes, the master plan originally was scheduled to be completed in February of this year, and that was not the case. We have communicated between the county and the Improvement Authority, and they have indicated a new timeline, which would be a draft completion by late summer, early fall, which is neither here nor there as far as the grant that we had secured for the trail development prior to the master planning process. So we're moving forward on that.
So, Mr. Ridgway, we're not ready to present it, so because it's behind what they've did not meet their deadline. So as far as you're suggesting the campground, there is a campground right across from East Point Lighthouse.
I can help with campgrounds for what it's worth. I was before the Board of Health at their meeting this week on other business with HR, and they're getting out of jurisdictionally. The Board of Health is getting out of campground management of running their affairs, assisting the host communities in taking that responsibility over. So it's not a change in policies. The campgrounds aren't going away in the county. It's just how they're going to be.
So campground rules, they call campground rule.
Right. Yeah, that's right. We were there together.
Yes.
So and we're just exploring the possibility. It doesn't mean, actually, we haven't formally, the board, we're exploring it. We have other things that have been a priority, which we've been talking about, but it'll come back to this if we do decide to look at the East Point Lighthouse as a county park, which I suggested more comprehensive than just East Point Lighthouse, but doesn't mean that will happen. It is owned by a private owner, and I'm not an eminent domain person, so it would be in their, if they have interest to look at it, to have the county be part of it, then we will. But there is one right across, if you're staying at the East Point Lighthouse, right across the way. I think somebody up here, Donna, somebody has a relative that lives there, or friend. So it's just a thought. That's how it was thrown out to you. Was there another question, Mr. Ridgway? That was Middle Park. The
2 other parcels.
2 other parcels.
Which are projected.
Back guy.
He covered
Okay.
Can I thank Downe Township for
Yeah,
hosting
it's
us this evening? Appreciate all of you
All right.
citizens coming out.
All right.
to support the county.
Is there anyone else who'd like to make a statement, or come on up, state your name, and you have 5 minutes? And
I'm just sitting there.
oh, okay. Wait for it. I do want to. All right. Well, let's. If they see nobody else, let's close the public portion.
A motion and second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Aye.
Can I clarify who seconded it?
Who seconded it?
Who seconded it?
All right, Tori. All right, and now we'll do commission reports. Do you want to start, Carol? You want to?
Sure. Just a few things, just with Office of Aging. They do have the farmers coupons, which we've been talking about, so it's already began. I talked to Barbara in reference to, because I explained to everybody that it's not actually a coupon anymore, it's now a QR code. And we had some concerns with our seniors using the QR code, but she said so far our county hasn't had any issues with it, so it's good to hear that everybody's getting used to that QR code with their cameras. So if you know anybody has any questions, please make sure that they call Office of Aging so they can get that farmers market, and it also helps our farmers in our county when they sell their produce at the local stands. Also, the art show will be coming up from the Office of Aging Art Show. You have until July 26th to submit your art display. There's a registration through Office of Aging, and then during the month of August, that art will be displayed at our Cumberland County Library. So make sure that, especially tonight, we've seen a lot of art, so if anybody would like to register through the Office of Aging, we can do that. And just today, the CCIA had their Bankers and Realtors event. It was, our director did the closing remarks, but I have to say it was just nice to see all the businesses, to hear about all the businesses, whether it's down in Millville at the airport. It's John Ruga was talking about Trout International, and had a video in reference to that, of what it's bringing for, of course, Mike Trout. And just to hear, Cumberland Dairy, Oakley, talk about all their stuff and their expansion. So it was really nice to hear about the expansion of the businesses in our county and what's coming forward, so.
Slows you.
Sure. Well, first, I just want to thank Downe Township and our mayor. Where did he go? He left. For hosting us tonight. I very much appreciate that. It's very nice to have such a warm welcome around the county everywhere we've gone, and thank you to all of you for coming out tonight as well. And I would like to see Commissioner Albrecht, if we can get comfortable chairs at all of our meetings, because Ms. Ridgway, they really have just worked out so well for you. So hopefully that went well. But I do think it was the fact that you saw that we were making some strides in working together intergovernmentally, and really I think that that's good governance and good leadership when we work together with our school boards, our municipalities, our counties, our state, our federal, and we kind of all work together towards the same goal, which is to benefit the people that we represent, right? Which is you, the taxpayer. So I think maybe it wasn't so much the company to try to protect our children or, find people that are doing things in our community that are not okay and are unjust and are making our kids unsafe or making our families unsafe. I'm glad that we're doing that. So thank you kudos to you for getting this funding and helping us to do that as well. And, a few weeks ago, I guess months at this point, time is flying, but I toured our jail, and I have to say there was a lot of areas that were just quite frightening and not okay to have our officers in there working. They were really unsafe working conditions, to be quite honest with you. And I think it was really a byproduct of indecision at a leadership level. We've seen our commissioners for years now not be able to make a decision on what to do with our jail. And so they allowed things to just sort of languish. And it really does show when you walk through that building. I don't think I could have imagined how bad some of those areas were had I not seen it for myself. And, growing up, I was always taught you had to do one project every year. Otherwise, all of it was going to kind of pile up on you and, the house was going to fall down. And I can tell you the house is falling down. And the problem there is that our county employees are not safe. This is inhumane, really, to have people in there. And we're not taking care of our taxpayers' assets, and that's really our job here as commissioners. So I'm really excited and happy that we did pass this resolution and that we are maintaining this infrastructure, whatever the future of it may be. I would certainly never want it to be just an empty building sitting there in the middle of Bridgeton. So whatever its future is, we do need to maintain it, and I'm glad that we are doing that. Just in these first few moves of painting the interior and maintaining the infrastructure and making sure that we have safe, clean environments for people to go to work in. And then on a brighter note, I'm going to talk a little bit about the committees that I'm a liaison to, the Cultural and Heritage Commission. We celebrated a lot of beautiful artwork today, so I'm really excited that we are focusing on all of the talent that exists here in Cumberland County, and there's so much of it. Music, art, and now we have photography. There's so much beauty here in Cumberland County, and that's why we all love this. And I think the photo contest really shed very much light to that and all of the talent that we have here in the county and what makes us so special, which we already know, but it's nice to see. So congratulations to all of the winners of the photo contest. And last but not least, the oldest county fair, longest running county fair in the state of New Jersey is ours, Cumberland County Fair. And I just want to remind everybody that that does take place this week. It kicks off on Tuesday, July 4th, and goes until Saturday, July 8th. So I hope all of you will make a visit at least a night or two to head out to the county fair. Thank you.
Mr. Pearson.
I'm done. I'm so sorry.
Well, since a lot of what I wanted to say has been done, seriously, thank you, Commissioner. First, I want to thank Downe Township for hosting us here this evening. I think we beat the rain, but I think that this was a very good idea to come down, and thank you so much, Mayor, for having us here. I would also like to thank those individuals who get up to the mic each and every meeting. I think you raised some major issues, and I thank you all for happened. That license plate reading thing is something we're like, thank you, God, because it's so necessary. Also, I like your comments as well about the juvenile detention piece. That's my biggest piece. These kids are kids, regardless of what they've done. Their families have difficulty getting to them. And even those who are in Hudson County, their families can't get there. And having a social work background, to me, that's a big impediment to rehabilitation and to helping them grow into productive citizens. So I thank you and I thank the warden for offering to work together to come up with something. We don't have a perfect situation. We sit so long on things here in this county. Sometimes I just wonder, when is it going to happen? It will one day, but in the meantime, we have people like you all making that effort to at least try to remediate an issue along the way. It is so very much appreciated. And it's not just appreciated by those of us here, but it's appreciated from the people that we hear from in the supermarket and at Wawa and at the gas station. So please know your work is not going unnoticed. I would really like to mention, we have so many great departments here, and they're doing an amazing job. And another thing I want to mention to those who got up, we hear so much about what we're doing wrong. We hear so much about the bad stuff. But when you get up and actually recognize our staff, the programs, and the good things that are happening, it means not only you're listening, but the people out there are listening too, and they get it. Thank you for doing that. The third thing I'd like to talk about is our county library. And I really joked about not being able to get the internet because I'm sorry, Madam Director, that's when I had the flyer and all the information. I said, oh, I don't need to print it. I can just pull it up on the internet. So I'm going to ask her if she does not mind doing a public service announcement. But I have to say this, if you have not been to that county library since the renovation, you're missing something. You need to go. It's really amazing. Couches, I mean, the whole 9 yards, open mic night for teens. It's a great place where people can aggregate, and there's so many free services that this library provides. Tomorrow evening, and I'm going to let her make the detailed announcement, but tomorrow is the grand opening for the renovation. And Madam Director, would you please get up, introduce yourself to everyone. She's done an amazing job at this library. And do your commercial.
Thank you. Hello, everyone. I'm Jen Brenner, the director of the Cumberland County Library. In 2021, we were awarded a $1.3 million grant from the state of New Jersey during the Construction Bond Act to renovate our library. So we have now redesigned our children's area. We have a brand new children's area that is the gem of our library at this point. We've redesigned the reading areas for the adults, and we put a brand new teen area up in the 3rd floor. If you haven't been there, please come. Today we had hip hop class for any adults that want to take some hip hop class. We had some of that for free today. We have art programs happening weekly. It's summer reading kickoff, so if you have not signed up, please come to my library and sign up. Go online, you can download an app and do it all from your phone. But it's important for adults, but it's also important for kids. We don't want that summer slide happening. So even if they're just reading how to cheat to get to the next level on their Nintendo games or whatever it is, it's still reading, and that's what counts. So please come out to the library tomorrow, 4 to 7. We're doing a renovation reveal and summer reading kickoff. So we'll have some stuff there. Come on down and support us.
Thank you. I'd also like to thank the director for opening the library to the first Juneteenth intergenerational program that occurred Saturday. Last Saturday. Time is moving so fast, I don't know. It was amazing. It was full of kids, their families, and great food, and the staff was amazing. And I have to tell you, I love all my departments, but being liaison to the library, thank you, Director, for doing that, because I just love this library. So thank you so much for all that you do in the community. And that so ends my report.
Well, in the interest of the weather, I'll keep it short. Actually, one of my statements were going to be about the Board of Health and about the campground, so that's been already said. We did have a very beautiful ceremony over at Vineland High School this past weekend, saluting all our veterans who were lost in conflicts from World War II and on through. It was World War II, yes, that's right. And it was a beautiful ceremony. We had several wonderful speakers there. Brigadier General Douglas Slaterfield, who was an excellent speaker and told about a very heartfelt story about our boys and girls at war. Well, I'm trying to keep it together. Because I get a little choked up when we talk about our vets. Very good event. I'm sorry if you didn't make it. You should see it next year on July 5th. They will be having a miniature wall like they do have in Washington, D.C., of all the veterans that were MIA and or killed in action, something we need to see. The last salute was there. If you have never seen that particular event, that is the precision of what our military is all about. They represent what this country is all about. And this country is nothing more than an exceptional country. And we need to all realize that. And if they don't, get the heck out, because we are the exceptional ones. So with that, I'll keep that report short, because I know that I could hear the grumblings right now in the thunder. So thank you very much.
Pressure on, so.
Safety, it's in the interest of
This is public safety. The boots to the ground was special since Ms. Cilio summed it up, but it was very moving. And please come out next year when they're bringing the wall to the same location. Jeez, now you got me all discombobulated. I'm going to talk about government in action. Mayor Weldon actually called me, and we talked about the road to Money Island, and the $40 million oyster industry is affected by a road that could, at any given time, well, I guess it floods, and we should be paying attention to it in the long run. Well, since he said something to us, we wrote a letter to the administration. We wrote a letter to our senator, who actually was on top of it also. And we already have someone coming down to look at the road that could make a difference. So we're actually taking a tour. So a little less than a month knowing about it. The assembly, from the mayor, the commission to our assembly, the state senators will be out there to tour to see what we can do about that road. And our public works is also come into action with that too, is knowledgeable and knows what's going on. The bank and realtors thing was said already, which was highlighted what's going on in this county and the growth that could happen or is happening right in front of us. I always say our strength, our rural character is our strength, was weakness, and now it's our strength, because this is what people from elsewhere are looking. Our space, our people. And if we do our communication network is set up, it just makes us that much better and a place to invest in. So I did want to mention the board election, that the primary happened and went by and was successful. As they've always told to me, that it would take time to iron the bugs out, and not just physical bugs, but the idea of people knowing how the system works. It went very well, no major issues, and it leads well to the general election. Again, should just be a normal process like every other time. So congratulations on that. I will be at the library tomorrow. A very special. It's been a long time coming, but I just don't want to it's not just this building. Our Denver's earmarked the little libraries that are down in our townships. We're targeting them to be part of a bigger system of Cumberland County. So not just to say, hey, we got a building up there, though it's going to be commercial townships. The library, Downe Township, I think, has something, a little thing, but whatever could enhance that here, that's what we're looking at to bring down here to help out. So we're growing into it, and one step at a time. So I think that this is our Fourth place, we've Morris River Township, Upper Deerfield, Downe Township, and we're looking for other places. We will be in Millville in October. We were looking at Fairfield, but their building has some issues still, but we are looking for someplace else. The idea is to come out and expose people to what the county does, show what we do instead of in our own building all the time. So, sorry, my handwriting's hard to read here, so. Also, transportation is down here is we've been looking at, just so you know, we've been trying to study the idea of bringing a pilot program somewhere, and we know that the transportation here to Bridgeton from this area or Port Norris going towards Millville is something we want to do. Our director that's heads the transportation knows that we are pushing for this because we think there's a need. We don't know how to do it perfectly. We're trying to figure it out, but it's something. Oh, go ahead.
I apologize that another hat took over. I had to leave before the public portion ended. Just like these meetings are coming to the county and coming out to all of you in the small towns are something that means something to all of us. There's been a little bit of conversation lately about a certain place that all of us local people know, turn left at the oak tree. So recently there has been a tree planted there. And it is a tree that is a derivative of the Great Salem Oak that Downe Township came in possession of about a year ago. We've grown it for a year, and through our committee, cooperation from Lawrence Township, and as well as Public Works, we have been able to plant this tree there. And we have a plaque there that says the history of the Salem Oak. The property owner himself has given us permission to do this. So hopefully this tree will sit there for a long time after all of us. John, you're a little bit older than me, but after all of us, this tree will be there. And again, future generations will be able to say, turn left or turn right at the oak tree. Again, Downe Township Public Works, Lawrence Township Public Works, and the County Public Works made this happen. So thank you guys, and the tree is there for you guys to enjoy.
Oh, thank you so much.
Motion to adjourn.
So moved. Second.
All in favor?
7:28. Who seconded?
This has been a QBC television production, in association with our partners and sponsors. QBC broadcasts on Comcast Cable Channel 22, and live streams its programming on Facebook and YouTube. All rights reserved by Quinn Media and QBC, programming that serves the South Jersey market.